Let the chameleon in you act. There are fascinating creatures in nature which possess astonishing characteristics and which embody profound lessons for our lives. One of these creatures is the chameleon, a reptile capable of changing color depending on its environment. An almost magical adaptation that, far from being limited to a simple biological characteristic, offers us powerful lessons on how to navigate our world. Today we'll explore the lessons we can learn from this amazing behavior and how they can help us develop our potential. But first of all, why a chameleon? Why would this ability to change color be a model of personal development? This is what we will discover through adaptability, the wisdom of observation, and many other qualities that can transform us. The first lesson the chameleon teaches us is adaptability. The chameleon changes color to adapt to its environment. This transformation is not a coincidence. It allows it to camouflage itself to escape its predators or to mark its territory. This fascinating phenomenon reminds us of an essential truth. In a constantly changing world, adaptability is essential. Just like the chameleon, we must be able to adapt to all the circumstances that happen to us in life, being able to transform ourselves to be better despite the most unexpected scenarios. In wealth as in poverty, in a situation of strength or in a situation of weakness, we must find the keys that allow us to experience our full development. Life is constantly changing, and it is essential to know how to adapt in order to evolve. Like the chameleon, we must accept that circumstances force us to adjust, but without ever compromising ourselves or losing sight of our deep values. Before changing color, the chameleon takes a moment to observe its surroundings. He takes in information, analyzes the situation, then reacts accordingly. This attitude shows us the importance of observation in our lives. Too often, we act without thinking, caught up in urgency or external pressure. However, stepping back and observing before reacting is essential to making the right decisions. An inspiring figure in this area is Nelson Mandela, a man who patiently observed the injustices of his time before acting. During his years in prison, Mandela learned to listen and understand the different perspectives of those around him. Upon his release, he chose the path of reconciliation rather than revenge. He said, "I never lose. I either win or I learn." This wisdom allowed him to transform a country while remaining deeply attentive to the needs and emotions of his people. Observation allows us to better understand our environment and respond more strategically. Like the chameleon, let's take the time to look before taking action. The chameleon can change color to blend into its surroundings, but it never loses its identity. By changing color, it does not stop being a chameleon. This behavior is a wonderful example of flexibility without loss of authenticity. In our lives, it is essential to know how to adapt to situations without sacrificing who we really are. We can adapt to different life situations while remaining true to our deep values. Like the chameleon, the art of adaptability is not about getting lost, but about adjusting while preserving your identity. The chameleon uses its color changes not only to hide from predators, but also to communicate with its peers. He chooses to blend into his surroundings rather than confront a dangerous situation head-on. This strategic conflict management can be a valuable lesson for us. Study the balance of power and know how to keep a low profile in the event of weakness to ensure survival. Knowing how to choose your battles and not get carried away by unnecessary conflicts is a key skill. Sometimes the best way to act is to step back, observe and choose the appropriate moment to intervene. The chameleon reacts instinctively to its environment. This ability to respond intuitively invites us to reflect on the importance of following our instincts. Sometimes the wisest decisions come from our intuition, the one that guides us when logic and analysis are not enough. Entrepreneur and author Tony Robbins, known for his work on personal development, often emphasizes the importance of trusting your intuition when making decisions. In his lectures, he encourages people not to hesitate to follow their instincts, because often our first reaction is the most correct. He states, "The decision determines destiny. Learn to listen to your intuition." It can guide you toward the best decisions, even when things seem unclear. Ultimately, the chameleon teaches us much more than adaptability. It reminds us that, in a constantly changing world, the key to success lies in our ability to adjust, to observe, to choose our battles, while remaining true to our essence. Like the chameleon, we can change, evolve, while preserving our integrity. Let us take his example and apply these principles in our daily lives. Remember, as Confucius said, "There is no favorable wind for him who does not know where he is going." Adapt, observe, act according to your values, and your path will unfold naturally. Together, we will write a new story,